the Verse Virus 830. Got it. You accidentally hit the button. I don't even know how to start it because I've.
Injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Good on the second free throw.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season.
The pass to Paul. And it's Jordan, that time on the assist by Paul. Jordan's got his second basket of the game. The Heat trail by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
A little ambitious on that possession, trying to hit a shot in the face of that defensive pressure.
The shot's good from Paul.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
That's good.
Him get that wide open.
Right side, Griffin, stolen by Bosch. Dang attacking. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Clippers?
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement is flawless. Sets up a lot of easy
I need to get my friend a chair.
Here's what Miami's going with right
I'll be right back.
So I sit down and concentrate. Because I'm losing.
Okay, I got him a chair, so yeah, bye.
Myers checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris Bosh. And it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game. And that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Now here's Stoudemire after the miss from Crawford. Here's Winslow. Here's Johnson. Can't hit. Nice D from Crawford. The Clippers trail. Pierce kicks to Green. Outside, Pierce. Passes it to Aldridge to stop the run. And the rejection by Stoudemire. In transition, here comes Miami. Richardson, that's a two-pointer. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Richardson's got 5. Clippers trail by 4. Clippers moving the ball around. Deep 2 from Crawford. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. There's Winslow, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Winslow's got himself on the board with 3 there. There's 53 seconds left to play here in the first. Fires from 18. That misses off the backboard.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Dragic dishes to Stoudemire. There's the 3. No good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. And now the Clippers on the break. Pierce is running. Can't connect from short range. And even 3-on-3 break. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Winslow's shot is off. Clippers trail by 5. Inside, here's Rivers. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
Eyes equation.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Miami ahead as they end the first. And Blake Griffin grew up playing the game alongside his older brother. His dad was his coach, and he credits,
watching him kind of go through.
well, talking about taking the right course. We know that the older brother of Blake Griffin, 3 years older, he played, as did Blake, for their dad Tommy in high school, and they were terrific high school players and four-time state champions.
I mean, it always helps to have a big brother who's kind of been there and done that and can share those experiences with you. Doesn't hurt to have a dad also who's a pro player either, and also a college coach.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for the Heat.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. We've got Johnson. Cole Aldrich is out there with Green, and it's Crawford, and it's Rivers in at the 5. And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
And they've gotten good looks, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
And Miami making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Dang for 3. It's hauled in by Jamal Crawford.
And a great stretch of games here for Wade at the end of last a great stretch of games for Wade at the end of last season. I mean, he turned back the clock, if you will, for a while and really helped carry this Heat team.
It's deflected and taken away by Johnson. Crawford passes to Aldridge. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. They swipe it.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it. They got in position for the steal.
Yeah, Greg, I remember that stretch with Wade you're talking about. It seems like he finally now feels healthy, Clark, and it shows.
Wade himself said, Kevin, it was the best he felt in a couple of years. Health is such a big factor for him given how he plays and selectively now likes to attack the rim.
Dang gets a wide open look. Finally gets one to fall. He's now 1 for 5 with his first make.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Griffin, here we go. And he converts the layup. Griffin's got his first points of the game.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Timeout called, the Heat. Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
The Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Dang for 3. The basket good off the assist from Wade. And it's 7 points for Luol Deng.
And another lead change here. How many of these are we going to have tonight?
I'm not quite sure, but I'm willing to bet it'll be more than a few.
Here's Griffin. Tries yet again. And Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got it all tied up now for the Clippers.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Good. Jordan's got 4 points in the quarter.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
That's good from Johnson on the assist by Dang.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. And some changes here for the Heat. Whiteside comes in for Josh McRoberts, and it's Dragic in for Johnson. A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it. But credit the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said. Johnson, he's checked in for Miami. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Dragic kicks to Johnson. Shot on the wing. They get it back. There's the dish to Winslow. A second chance effort, and that one's good. Winslow's got 5 points so far.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
Jordan kicks to Griffin. No luck. Good work defensively by Johnson. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. To the paint, knocks it loose. It's stolen by Johnson. And here's the fast break. Winslow's leading the way. Dragic gets the bucket.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Dragic has got the lead up to 5 now for the Heat. To end the run, the drive by Jordan, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists now in this one. Dragic against Paul. Dragic dishes to Johnson. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. He feeds it to Dragic. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 3. Here's Paul. And he
is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And Miami making a change here. Richardson's checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Pierce is checked in for Griffin. Green comes in for Mbah a Moute. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. And Los Angeles guys shooting and feeling it offensively in the second quarter. They're shooting 60%. Goes up from the top of the key. Again, Dragic missing. The Clippers shooting has been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. And it's Justice Winslow with the foul. Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Miami. The Clippers also changing it up. Aldridge comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Here's Crawford. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one is on Stoudemire.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
Both free throws, good from Crawford. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Back to Johnson, looking to end the run. Can't get it to go.
Not good shot selection. Long range and the defender all up in your jersey.
And so it's a close.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. A nice show being put on tonight by DeAndre Jordan. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And taking a look at the Clippers, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, they forced their way to some easy buckets, aggressively.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. DeAndre Jordan has been sensational.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
Wade and Dang are the 2 and 3. The big men are Bosch and Whiteside. And it's Dragic in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Paul kicks to Mbah a Moute. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. For Los Angeles, they have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. That one is off. And he's good on the second. Clippers were so strong on the road last season. They led the league, Clark, in field goal percentage while on the road. And actually they scored more points away from Staples than in it.
Especially down the stretch, Kevin. I mean, they finished the regular season with 8 straight road wins to get home court advantage in the first round. Superb.
Wade from outside, and he gets it to go. Wade's got himself on the board with 3 there.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And the Clippers, with those 8 road wins at the end, you mentioned, that pushed their road record to 26-15. That was second best in the league. They also set a franchise high for road wins.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Redick passes to Paul, and it's blocked by Bosch. And it's the Heat on the break. Dang's got the ball, and that one's good. Wade's got 5.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
You know, what's amazing about the Clippers on the road last year, guys, was the context. I mean, they had a bunch of back-to-back games and went 16-4 on the back end of back-to-backs. 11 of those came on the road.
And for all of the improvements he's made to his game, one wonders why Blake Griffin isn't a better shot blocker. I mean, he clearly has the motor and the athleticism, but for some reason over his first 5 seasons, he's averaged only a half a block per game. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And regarding Griffin's low block shot numbers, for some guys, they simply lack a certain field, Clark, for blocking shots.
Yeah, you know, there's something about the aptitude for shot blocking that sometimes is understated. Just because you're a high flyer in the front court doesn't mean you're going to block a lot of shots.
The Heat trail by 3. Outside Bosch. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. Paul's got it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Paul's got 6 points.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
And Redick is just an unbelievable three-point shooter. It's not just his volume. It's his pinpoint accuracy. By the end of last season, Redick was 40% from behind the arc for his career.
Winslow's checked in for the Heat. Deng kicks to Winslow, trying his luck deep. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Griffin with it. He's picked up by Deng. Griffin's shot is off. And for Redick, he knew what his NBA career would be like way back in 2005. Clark, I recall him saying, I think I'll be a role player.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. He was highly decorated in college, but every scout knew his strength was shooting the basketball, and JJ knew it as well.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Deng with the bucket.
From D-Wayne.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And it's the Heat on the break, and he lobs it up toward the rim. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
Here's Redick, and he uses the glass on the layup. Redick's got 7.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Bosh dishes to Winslow. Shot clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Heat.
Hey, guys, I know I speak for everybody. Glad to see Chris Bosh back out on the floor. I mean, blood clots can be a very scary thing for anyone. And I think everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
Pass to Winslow. Back to Wade. Plenty of space. That's good on the jump shot. He has 7.
He is pouring it on in the second half, guys. I mean, a much better showing than he had before the break.
And Redick kicks to Griffin. Tries again. The shot by Redick, no good. The Heat trail by 3. Here's Wade. The rejection by Paul. There's Dragic with the 3, and he gets it to go. Dragic has got 11.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size. There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Kicks it out to Johnson. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. And it's 6 points for Johnson. Heat have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
Yeah, gotta love this teamwork. I mean, everybody's involved and engaged. It's just a thing of beauty to watch.
It is, and Clark, that's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
6-second difference between shot and game play. Pass to Dragic. A beautiful reverse layup. Dragic has got the game tied up here for Miami.
You know, he didn't need to make the layup complicated. I mean, it's not a trick shot contest, but he decided to go for a little extra flavor on that one. He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
He dishes it to Deng. All alone. Redick with the rebound. Redick's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Johnson. Again, Johnson missing. Wade, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. That concludes the third quarter. It continues. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Rivers out there with Crawford. Then there's Green. Then it's Pierce. And it's Aldridge in at the center position. It's stolen by Green. And now running up the court. Pierce pushing it up. And Rivers with the basket on the assist by Pierce. Rivers has got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Clippers. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Clippers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Johnson outside. A three-pointer is right on target. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Green. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Great ball movement.
The Heat trail by 6. Dragic the pass to Whiteside. Here is McRoberts. Here's Dragic from outside. And the Heat, another three.
He's putting on a commanding performance here. He's hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
And really,
they can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
Particularly strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Doc Rivers address his team. He told them the game is right there for the taking, fellas, but we've got to be first. First to loose balls, first to the rim. We have to give our all right here. Kevin, now's the time.
Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the third best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
It's Pierce on the wing. To the inside. It's stolen by Stoudemire. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. There's Dragic with the three. Dragic with another miss.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
And the jam by Whiteside.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Here's Aldridge. Pierce dishes to Aldridge. Another shot and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
And Doc Rivers passed the 700-win mark as a coach last season. He's climbing the ladder in career wins.
Yeah, and you know, I don't know that Doc oftentimes gets enough credit for the type of coach he is. I mean, as a coach, he is well over 500 in terms of his career win percentage. And how about over 500 in playoff games as well?
Big time basket there on the inside. I mean, he had to get that one up and over the big guy.
Way up and over the big guy. And what a time in the ball game to make it happen.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Los Angeles Leafs get down to 2 as they get the bucket from Bosch. For Los Angeles, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
The Heat rebound, and it's Bosch in the corner. From deep, and he gets the bucket. Bosch has got 5 points now in the quarter.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Here's Griffin, and he gets it to go. And the Clippers lead by 3.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Dragic kicks to Richardson to tie it up. And the Heat, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And it's blocked by Whiteside. They retain possession. It's stolen by Johnson. From deep, Richardson. There's the bucket. Good. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Heat.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
If you liked it, hit that like button. If you really liked it, hit subscribe and hit the bell. I'll see you guys next video. Bye. Bye. Wait, sign off with your duck voice though, please, please. Bye bye. Thank you. Bye.